This is the Roulette Master, and I cannot wait to share with you the new Follow the Pro roulette system from one of my subscribers, Donald. He said not only is he winning consistently in the casino with this roulette system, he says it's the safest and most reliable system there is, and it's fairly low risk and only a $500 bankroll. So I can't wait to share this with you, and we're going to put his Follow the Pro roulette system up against the 1326 Follow the Winner system, and which is that one's going to start first, and each is going to get 15 minutes of play time. Let's see which one makes the most money in the next 15 minutes. And here we go. We're going to start with 1326 first. We're going to be Follow the Winner on color. So let's switch those to $10 bets. $500 bankroll. Let's go ahead and spin. Timer's set. And I'll show you everything you need to know with both these systems. And that's a 24 black to start. And we won at 10. And just like 1326 says, now we're going to have a $30 bet on black. So we started at 10, and now we're at 30. And here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, and that's a loss. So we go back to 10, and we switch to red. So now we're down $20. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go again. I'll show you what we need to do next here. There we go. That's a 30 red. That's a win. So we go from 10 to 30 on red and spin again here. And we need to get a red on this one. Let's see if we can get a win. And we did. So now we're going to go back to 20 and we'll stay on red. And the cool thing about this is if you lose at the $20 level, you're still in profit for the cycle. And we won that one at 20. So we've gone 10, 30, 20. That's 1, 3, 2. Now it's time for a $60 bet on red. Okay, if we win this one, we're going to be doing great. If we lose, we'll break even on this cycle. But we won. So look at that. Now all of a sudden we're up $100. That's fantastic. So we're going to start back the cycle back over, and we'll be on red for 10. Here we go. We're a minute and a half in out of 15 with 1326. And that's a win on 21 red. Fantastic. So we'll just go from 10 to 30 now. We start the cycle over, 1326. And that's another win, 16 red. So we're going back to 20 now. And if we lose on 20, that's okay because we still made profit for the cycle. That's why it goes back a little bit. So even though we lost that one, we still won for the cycle because we won the $10 bet, we won the $30 bet, and that's $40, and then we lost 20, so we still made profit. So now we go back to $10. You can see we're up 120. We picked up profit, and we'll be on black for 10. And here we go. We're 2 minutes and 20 seconds in out of 15, and that's a 28 black. That's a win, so we go from 10 to 30. That's the 1-3 and the 1326. And here we go. The $30 one's the worst one you can lose on. So let's see if we can get a win on this one. And we did. That's a 17 black. But after you win the $30 bet, if you lose on the $20 bet, again, you're still making profit. So let's see if we win or lose this bet. And we lost. But guess what? We still made profit on the cycle because we won at 10, we won at 30, and then we lost at 20. So if you look at our balance, guess what? We increased our profit. So we'll be on black for 10. Because when you lose, you start back over at 10. And here we go. We're 3 minutes and 10 seconds in out of 15. And there's another loss. So back-to-back double zeros. So we stay on black for 10. We're still up $130. Here we go. We do not increase the bets when we lose. And that's a 12 red. And that's a loss, so we switched to red for 10. And even after all those losses, we're still up $120. And here we go. This system just requires patience to wait for some good cycles to happen. And then when they do, you cash out with the money. And we won at 10, so we'll go to 30. We're playing Follow the Winner on color. We're on. This is the 3 out of the 1326. And again, if you win the $30 bet, you know that you're not going to lose in the cycle. And if you lose on the $20 bet, which we're about to place, you actually win money on the cycle. We pick up another $20. So just like we did there, we lost on the $20 bet, but we picked up another $20. Look at that. We're back up $140. So now we'll be on black for 10. And here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we get. That is a 0. Man, we've had a lot of zeros so far. And that's okay, though. We're going to stay on black for 10. We're not going to increase the bets until we get some wins. There we go. That's a win on 10. So now we'll go to 30. And we'll have a $30 bet on black. If we lose this one, it'll set us back a little. But as long as we win this one, but we didn't. I was going to say if we win that one, we guarantee we don't lose. But we just got a little bit of a setback there. We're still up 110. Now we switch back to red for 10. And here we go. And you can probably see why we don't need as large of a bankroll for this system as many others. And that could be a really good thing for a lot of people. And we won at 10. We're going to go to 30. This is the 1-3 out of the 1-3-2-6. And we got the win. So once you win that $30 bet, you know you're not going to lose for the cycle. And we're going to bet 20 on red. And if we lose on this one, we still pick up $20 of profit. But we won, so that's even better. And now we've gone 1-3-2. We're going to place a $60 bet on red. And if we win this one, it will really increase our profit. And we did, so we completed the cycle again. Fantastic. So now if you look at our profit, we're up $230. That's amazing. Now we go back to $10 on red, follow the winner. We're 6 minutes in out of 15, and that's a double zero. Man, we've had 3 double zeros and a 0 so far in this session, I believe. Let's go ahead and we're going to rebet that at $10. If you hit 0, you just stay on the same color, but you don't increase the bet unless you win. And that's a 16 red. So since we won, we'll go from 10 to 30 out of the 1-3 out of the 1-3-2-6. And again, this is the most important one to win, is the $30 bet. But we did lose, and that'll set us back just a little tiny bit. But you can see we're still up $200, and we'll switch to black for 10. Here we go. We're 6 minutes and 40 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 34 red. We lost, so we switched to red for 10. And hopefully we don't get in a big chop cycle, which is back and forth. But that's a 12 red. That's a win, I believe. Yes, it is. So we'll go from 10 to 30. This is the 1-3 out of the 1-3-2-6. Here we go. And that's a 35 black. So we lost on the 30 again, which sets us back a few dollars. But let's go to black for 10. Now we're still up 170, even after those back-to-back losses on the $30 bets, which set us back just a little. But that's a 4 black. Okay, so we'll go to 30. And again, if we can get the win on the $30 bet, we're guaranteed not to lose in this cycle. But we did lose on it, so we go back to red. Okay, so now we're up 150. Let's spin again on red. And obviously, if you're playing this in the casino, cash out after you complete a cycle or two, and make sure you cash out when you're at the top. And we won that one, so we'll go from 10 to 30. Let's see if we can complete another cycle here. And here we go. That's a loss, 8 black. So again, we've lost a bunch of them on the $30 bet, which isn't ideal, but we're still up $130. That's what is ideal. And it's going really well for us right now with this one. And if we're patient, we can complete another cycle again here. Let's go from 10 to 30. This is the 1-3 out of the 1-3-2-6. We're 8.5 minutes in out of 15. And there we go. That's 11 black. We finally won the $30 bet, which guarantees we will not lose for the cycle. And even if we lose on the $20 bet, we'll pick up $20. And we did lose, but guess what? We picked up $20. So now we're up 150, and we'll be on red for 10. So since the bets go backwards on that $20 bet, we still keep the profit, and that's a 22 black. That's a loss, so we switch to black for 10. We're up 140, and you can tell we don't need a big bankroll for this because we haven't been down hardly anything, and we're doing really well. So that's a 3 red. We'll switch to red for 10. We're currently up $130 with the $500 bankroll. That's a lot. And we're 9 minutes and 20 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 30 red. And that's a win. So we'll go to a $30 bet. The 3 out of the 1326. Here we go. And that's a win. So again, if you win the $30 bet, you're guaranteed not to lose during this cycle. So we'll go to 20.
No more bet.
And again, if you lose at 20, you still pick up $20. And that's what we did, I believe. That's an 8 black, even though we lost. Since we lost on the $20 bet, we picked up cash. Now we're up 150. We'll be on black for 10. We're 10 minutes in out of 15 with the 1326. And I can't wait to share with you the new system coming up. And that's a loss there. We'll be on red for 10 now. And it's called Follow the Pro. And looks really promising. Can't wait to share it with you. That's a 30 red. And there's a win at 10, so we go to 30. Again, the $30 bet's the most important one to win. Let's see if we can do that. And we did. All right. So now we'll go to 20. And again, if we lose on this one, we still pick up profit. Let's see what we get. That's a 9 red. All right, we got it. So now we do the $60 bet. So we've done the 1, 3, 2. Now we're going to do the 6. $60 bet on red. Let's see if we can complete this cycle. And we did. That's a 36 red. So now if you look at our profit, we're up 260. And if you're playing in the casino, this is when you want to cash out. But we're going to finish the 15 minutes. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. And here we go. That's a 34 red. That's a win at 10, so we go to 30. And spin. Let's see if we can get the most important win, which is the $30 one. And we did, so we're guaranteed not to lose in this cycle, which feels good. And again, if we lose at the $20 level, we'll still pick up money on this one. Profit, that is, and that's a 3 red. We did it. All right, so we have another chance at the $60 bet. And if we don't get it, we won't lose anything. But if we do, it'll really reward us, and we got it. Fantastic. So we're up $380 now. So we'll go back to 10 on red and start the cycle again. We're 12 minutes in out of 15. That's an 8 black. We lost, so we switched to black for 10. And spin again here. Let's see if we can get another cycle going. And that's 11 black, so we won at 10. We'll go to 30. And let's see if we can get a win on the most important bet, which is the $30 bet. And we lost. That's a 00. We've had 3 of those, I think, now. But we're doing really well, and we'll go back to 10. And we'll still be on black. You can see we're up $350. We're up still, which is great for a $500 bankroll system. It's incredible. It's a 13 black. That's a win at 10, so we'll go to 30, and we'll see if we can get the win on the most important bet, which is the $30 bet. And we lost. That's okay, though. It doesn't set us back much. So we go to red for 10, but you can see now we're up $330, but that's still phenomenal for a $500 bankroll system. And that's 11 black. That's another loss, I believe. Yep. So we'll switch to black for 10. We're up $320. And obviously, we're going to play for the full 15 minutes, but you want to cash out when you cycle complete. And that's a 28 black. There's a win at 10, so we'll go to 30. Let's see if we can pick up a win on the most important bet again, which is the $30 bet. And that's a loss with a 0. Man, I think we've had about 4 or 5 zeros now at least. And but we're still doing great, and we're going to be on black for 10. Here we go. We got the win on 10, so we'll go to 30 again. And let's see if this time we can pick up that $30 win. And we're at 13 minutes and 50 seconds in out of 15. And that's a 15 black. All right, so we'll go to 20, and even if we lose this one, we'll pick up profit. Let's see what we get here. And we lost, but guess what? We picked up profit. If you check our balance, even with that loss, we have more, and we're up $320. So now we'll be on red for 10. 50 seconds left with this first one, and then I can't wait to share with you the new one from one of my subscribers, Donald, coming up here. And it looks like a really safe and effective roulette system. So after that loss, we'll switch to black for 10. And that's a 17 black. That's a win. So we'll go from 10 to 30 on black. See if we can complete another cycle here. And we did not. That's a 12 red. So we'll switch to red for 10. We're up $290. And this will be our last spin with the 1326. That's a 22 black. And that's a loss. And the 15 minutes is up. We made $280 profit, which is incredible for a positive progression roulette system with only a $500 bankroll. And we never even had hardly any losses, but you do need the 500 just in case you start off really bad. But it's a very safe and effective system. Sometimes you have to play it out for a while and wait for good things to happen. But patience is always key when you're playing roulette. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the 1326. But now it is time for the system you've been waiting for. This is from one of my subscribers, Donald. And this is called Follow the Pro, so I can't wait to share with you. Let's go ahead and get started. See if it can make more than $280 in the next 15 minutes. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for the new Follow the Pro roulette system from one of my subscribers, Donald. I can't wait to share this with you, so let's just go ahead and place the bets and get started. This is only a $500 bankroll system, and we're going to start with $10 bets, which will probably surprise you. We need one spin to get going here because this system starts with play like a pro and then it changes into something else. Let's go ahead and start the timer, and that's a 6 black. So we have 2 black numbers to start with, so we can bet red just like we would with play like a pro, which means you're betting the 6 outside bets, 1 to 18 even, red, black, odd, or 19 to 36, but you need 2 opposites to start the bet, and that's why we needed 2 black to bet red. Let's go ahead and spin, and I'll show you what to do next. Here we go. That's a 30 red. Okay, that's a win, and if you get a win, you just pick the next bet, and since we have 2 evens in a row, we'll just go odd for 10. You can see we're up $10, and here we go. But the play like a pro is just the first step to this, and I can't wait to share with you the rest. That's a 4 black. And that's a loss. So Donald says that if you lose, you go to the $20 bet. However, you go to the opposite of what you were betting. So on that one, we were betting on odd, so we're going to even for 20. And we're going to go ahead and spin. And here we go. And that's a 14 red. Fantastic. And he says if you get the win at 20, you stay at 20 on that same bet until you lose. So let's do that. Then we'll check our balance here again. And that's another win. Fantastic. So we're up 40. That means we're going to stay on even for 20 until we lose. So let's do this, and I'll show you everything else you need to know as we're going through here. That's a 0, so that's definitely a loss. And now we need 2 fresh numbers. But when you lose at 20, you go back to the original $10 bet. So let's go ahead and get 2 fresh numbers. I'll show you what to do next. And here we go. This is a very safe system. And he says it's very effective as well. So that's 2 really good things when you're playing roulette. We're just getting 2 fresh numbers here. If you haven't played Play Like a Pro before, we need 2 to bet against. And we have 2 even and 2 black. So that means we could bet red or we could bet odd. Let's go ahead and bet odd for $10. So here we go. Let's spin. And we start this with Play Like a Pro. And we got the win. And if you get the win, you just find the next bet. We don't have 2 to bet against. We're up 30 right now. And since we don't have 2 to bet against, we're going to spin it without betting. But this doesn't happen too much because you have 6 outside bets that you can use. So usually you don't have to spin without betting. We have 2 1 to 18, so that means we can bet 19 to 36 for 10. And here we go. Let's see what we get, and we got the win. So it's time to find a new bet. We're currently up $40, and looks like we need 2 spin without betting again, though. But again, usually you don't have to do this, but occasionally you do. And that's a 23 red. So let's see what we have to bet against. We have 2 red, 2 odd, so we could go black or even, and or 1 to 18. So lots of choices. Let's see here. So we could go, let's go ahead and go even for 10. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. And that's an odd, so we lost. So what we do now is when you lose at 10, you bet 20 on the opposite. So now we're on odd for 20. And we got it. And he says that if you win, you stay at 20 and you play until you lose. And you don't increase or decrease the bets. You stay at 20. And we lost. So now we go back to play like a pro, back to $10. We're up 30. And we can do 19 to 36 for 10 because the last two are 1 to 18. So you can see why we don't need a large bankroll for this. The progression does not go very far. And that's a 14 red. And when you lose, again, you're going to double the bet. And let's go ahead and we're going to go to the opposite. So that means we'll go 1 to 18 for 20.
No more bets.
Okay, here we go. And we lost that one. So when you lose that one at 20, and no matter what you're doing, you go back to 10 and start over. And let's go to odd for 10 because the last, looks like the last 3 are even, which is even better than 2. If you have 3 to bet against, or 4 or 5, whatever it is, that's a 30 red. And again, when you lose, you bet on the opposite for 20. So we were on odd. So now we'll be on even for 20. And here we go. And we lost that one. So we go back to 10 and start over. And that put us down $30, but that's okay. We still have a lot of time left here. We need to spin without betting. Again, we need 2 to bet against out of all those 6 outside bets. And here we go. And that's a 0. So that's great when you get that on a spin where you're not betting. But now we need 2 fresh numbers because we hit 0. So let's get those, and then we'll resume. But I really like the safety aspect of this. And let's get one more spin in here. And I see why you don't need a whole lot of bankroll. And Donald says that he's been winning a lot. And man, look at all these zeros popping up. That's great when you're not betting, but we need to get a couple fresh numbers to restart. And it tried to hit 0 again there, but let's get one more and spin. We're 6 minutes in out of 15 with this one. This is Follow the Pro by Donald, and that's 11 black. So we have 2 odd, which means we can start with even for 10. All right, let's see if we can get back on track. And he says the way you get a lot of profit is when you get to the $20 bet and get a bunch of wins at 20. And hopefully we'll see that. We lost at even, so that means we double the bet and go to odd. Here we go. But we hit even, so that means it starts over. And we have to go 1 to 18 for 10 with Play Like a Pro. So let's do that and start over. Here we go. Okay, we got the win, 15 black. So we find a new bet, and we can go red since the last 2 are black. So we're at Play Like a Pro when we're at $10, and then we go to 20 on opposite of Play Like a Pro. That's a 30 red, and that's a win. So we need to spin one more time to have 2 to bet against. We don't have 2 opposites yet. So that's a 7 red. So since we have 2 red now, we can go black for 10. We're minus 40. We drop back there a little bit, but Donald says that eventually you're going to go on a big run with those $20 bets, and you're going to win them consecutively, and that's really going to pay off. So I can't wait for that. Let's go even for 10 now. The last 2 are odd. And let's get back in profit. We're 7 minutes and 35 seconds in. And that's a 12 red. And that's a win. So fantastic. We need to spin without betting. We don't have 2 to bet against. And we're on level 1, which is Play Like a Pro. That's the $10 level. And now we have 2 odd, 2, 1 to 18. We can either go up 19 to 36, or we can go odd. Let's go odd for 10. And here we go. We're 8 minutes in out of 15 with Follow the Pro. And that's a 31 black. Fantastic, that's a win. So now we can go red since the last two are black. And if we get this one, we'll be back to all even and we can start making some money. But that's a 22 black. Okay, and when you lose on Play Like a Pro, you switch to the opposite for double, which will be 20. But that's the end of the progression. So the good thing is if you win on this one, then you stay on that and get a bunch of consecutive wins, hopefully. But we lost. So now we're going to go 1 to 18 for 10 because the last two are 19 to 36. We start back over with Play Like a Pro. And that's a loss. That's a 19 red. So we go to the opposite for 20, which is 19 to 36. And let's see if we can get some wins in a row. There's one. So now we stay on that for 20 until we lose. And he says that eventually you're going to get a lot of these in a row. But not right now, it looks like. So we have to wait and be patient. And we still have plenty of time. We're going to go back to Play Like a Pro. We'll be on red because the last two are black. And spin. Here we go. All right. And once you get a long stretch of those $20 wins, he says cash out. And this is a very safe system. So we're going to bet on black for double because we lost on red. And here we go. And we got it. So now we stay on black for 20 until we lose. Okay? Let's see how many in a row we can win. But we lost. Okay, so that's okay. We're being patient. And now we can go 1 to 18 for 10 on Play Like a Pro because the last two are 19 to 36. 5 minutes left with this one. And that's a 32 red. And that's a loss, so we switch to the opposite for double, which will be 20. And here we go. Okay, we got one win. So we stay on 19 to 36 for 20. Let's see how many wins we can get in a row. There we go. There's two. Okay, let's go ahead and rebet that. We're going to keep betting the exact same thing until we lose. Another win right there. There's three. He said eventually it'll happen for us. Let's see if this is our moment. All right. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. But we lost that one, so we start back over. And we have to go even now. For 10, we're back to level 1, Play Like a Pro. Here we go. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 25 red. It's a loss, so we switch to the opposite for double, which will be odd. And let's see if we can get a win on odd. Ooh, that's bad. That's a double zero. So since we lost at 20, we go back to Play Like a Pro again. We need two fresh numbers. And, man, we've had a lot of zeros today. At least it seems that way. It always seems that way when you hit one, right? So here we go. Still have plenty of time. It's a 34 red. Now let's look at our numbers. We have two reds, so we'll go black for 10 with Play Like a Pro. And here we go. Okay, we got the win. Let's see how many wins we can get consecutively with Play Like a Pro as well. Now we'll go odd because the last two are even. We're 12 minutes in out of 15 with Follow the Pro. And that's a 27 red. And that's a win. So now we need to spin without betting because we don't have two to bet against. All right, that's a 7 red. Let's see what we have. Okay, we have two odd, so we can go even, or we can go black. Let's go black for 10. And here we go. He says you can play all night with this one, and that's a 25 red. We lost, so we doubled the bet and go to the opposite of what lost. That's an 18 red. Now we stay on that until we lose for $20. And the bet doesn't go up or down. And there's another win, 3 red. All right, so now we ride this. until we lose at $20 on each bet. And we lost that one. Okay, so now we go back to play like a pro. We'll be on 19 to 36 for 10 because the last two are 1 to 18. We're just over 13 minutes in. And that's a 5 red. That's a loss. So we go to the opposite, 4 double.
No more bets.
See if we can get some low numbers now. Ooh, there's another loss. So we go back to play like a pro. And it looks like we'll be on black for 10. Here we go. All right. That's a 22 black. That's a win. So now we'll be on odd for 10 because the last two are even. Here we go. And that's a loss. So we go to opposite, which will be even for double. And see if we can get a bunch of even numbers in a row now at $20 each bet. But we did not. Okay, that's a loss. So we go back to play like a pro. We need to spin without betting to have 2 bet against. That's a 29 black. And let's see, let's go 1 to 18. The last two are high numbers. And let's see if we can get some wins. Okay, that's a 7 red. That's a win. So now we can go even because the last 3 are odd. So that's even better than 2. We have 3 to bet against. And that's a 10 black. That's a win. So now we can go 19 to 36 for 10 here. Got the win there. Okay, now we can go odd for 10. The last two are even. There's a win. All right, we're minus 40. Now we can go 1 to 18 for 10. Got that one. Okay, now we can go black for 10. And, well, we haven't done it here today, and we're about out of time, but the thing that he says that eventually happens is you're going to win a ton of them in a row at $20. Let's go to odd. The last two are even, and we just ran out of time, but we'll do a couple more here. That's a 20 black, and that's a loss. So then we would go double that to even. This will be our last chance to see if we can get some $20 wins, and we did not. So the good thing about this system, and you can see that put us down $50 there, which when we were around even when the time expired. But I really like how safe this system is. We played for a while and didn't have very good luck, but we didn't lose hardly anything. And I do believe that eventually you would cycle up with this when you do get a lot of $20 wins in a row. So what you do with this one is you do play like a pro, and if you lose the first bet at $10, you go to opposite for 20. If you lose that, you go back to 10, which is why it's so safe. But then if you win the $20 bet, you just keep repeating that until you lose. So eventually you're going to win 6, 7, 8 of those in a row. You're going to have a lot of money and you can cash out. And so it's very time sensitive when you cash out with this one. And but I really like the idea, and I love systems that are much safer because we get a lot of systems that are very risky, and then some that are middle of the road, and this one is very low risk. So hope you like both the systems today. Obviously the 1326 is the winner today, but Follow the Pro, there's definitely a lot of things I like about Follow the Pro. Let me know if you have any modifications that would make this better. Let me know down in the comments. And remember, too, to test these systems out on a simulator, you can use the Roulette Royale on Android or Apple or whatever you want to use. But remember to share your results in the comments. It really helps everyone else in the community out if you share how you did, because the larger the sample size of how people did with each one of these systems, the better chance people have of getting it right when they decide which system they're going to take to the casino. So remember that. It's really important that you help everyone in the community out, and they'll help you out in return. Just remember to always share your results, and because people like to look and see how people did. Never take any of these systems to the casino before you test them out first, and look and see how other people did first to give you some confidence Also, when you practice on a simulator, it really helps you get comfortable with the system. So remember, each and every day of the year, 365 days a year, I pick one of your guys' systems. We test them out at 7 a.m. Central Time every single day of the week. And keep sending them in. I love seeing them every day. Remember to send those to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Again, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And man, I love it. I hope you guys love seeing new systems every day as well. It's the search for the best roulette system possible, and I love that search. I hope you guys do as well, and hope you're enjoying the channel. Let me know what you think down in the comments as usual, and remember to share those testing results when you test each system out. Really helps everyone in the community out, and I love seeing you guys help each other. And this is the Roulette Master. Love you guys. Have a great day.